Hey, you! Yes, you. Friends, what's going on? It's Brad, Reynolds with Synergy. Hashtag think Nashville, think Brad. And the last quarter was our best quarter of all time. $9.86 million closed, $5.2 million alone in September, with a total of 12 deals overall. Thank you to those who entrusted me. I hope that your quarter is fantastic, whatever you do and wherever you live. Now let's break it down what it looked like for buyers and sellers here in Middle Tennessee. We're gonna jump into that shortly. Keep in mind, the 4 criteria we're looking at all come from data from our local MLS, RealTrax. And this is just for Nashville proper, does not include any of the ring cities. I know I get a lot of requests for the ring cities. Eventually we'll get around to it, but for right now, just Nashville. First, let's talk about sales price. It's always the most important thing in people's mind. We began the quarter here in Nashville at a median sales price of $550,000. We actually ended down at the end of the quarter at $525,000. Now the average price started at $736,000 and ended at $695,000. But why did prices drop? Well, the big thing is inventory is up and many multi-million-dollar properties that have been lingering and have had many price cuts are weighing on the market. Next, let's look at closed sales. This is the biggest indicator of how well the market is doing. At the end of the third quarter, we had around 1,800 plus closed sales. Now for the second quarter, that was 2,100, although usually the second quarter is stronger than the third, but not usually by this month. Looking out towards the fourth quarter, I would expect us to rebound to the low 1900s, and we'll see where the end of the year goes. Next, the percentage of list price. So what are sellers actually getting for what they sell? At the end of the last quarter, sellers are getting around 97%. Now that has dropped from previous quarters. And at the end of this most recent quarter, the third quarter, was 96.5%. With more properties, more inventory, and things taking longer, sellers are getting a little less on the whole, but still pretty darn close to list. Lastly, months of inventory. How much is out there and how many months do we have of inventory? 4.76 months was the number at the end of the second quarter. At the end of the third, 6 months. We've had a lot come online and not so much go under contract. Although with rates dropping a little bit the last few weeks and the Federal Reserve cutting their interest rates as well, the federal funds rate, I would expect inventory to go down the rest of the year, lowering the months of inventory on the market. So what's the key takeaway here? The key takeaway is we've had a couple years of kind of a flat market, particularly 2024. For the year, the median price is about the same. The average price has come down, and I do think going into the end of the year will rebound some. But looking out with future Federal Reserve price cuts, which should translate to lower interest rates, I would expect prices to pick back up. So if you have been on the sidelines, which I know many of you are, you might want to start to dip your toe back in the water and get ready for a market that should go full throttle in 2025. And as always, we'll be here ready to help you in any way we can. Buy, sell, invest, whatever, we got you. Reach out. Our contact info is below. Would love to hear from you. Think Nashville, think Brad. See you soon.